Or should we invite Levinas for the party tonight? Yeah, I'm down. Or who should I invite? We can do Claire in their friend group. It'd be cool. Alright, I'll invite him right now.
Hey guys, you know Wesley Torres?
Yeah.
From Coleville?
Yeah.
He's wondering if we want to go to a party after we go to take that test.
Yeah,
I mean, it's at Topaz Lake.
Yeah,
I'll go after.
So it's not that far, for sure.
Yeah, well, I'll be there. Alright, I'll let him know.
What should we bring?
Shoot, probably get some pizza, some drinks. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Party after mine.
Alright. Yeah, they said it'd be good to come. That's perfect. I'll see what my parents got stashed away, see if I can take some stuff from them. Yeah, I can get some whiskey. Alright, just text Claire and then see if they can get anything. Yeah, because...
Yeah, I'll provide the pepperoni for sure.
Alright, Claire can bring some beer. Alright, that's good. Perfect.
Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block. Flip my hair, move my head, show the world I'm royalty. When I walk by, they be taking bows, cause they know I'm the queen. They wanna know just how I do it when I do it. I got that magic touch, it's a rush, pulsing through my veins. When I show up, everybody knows that I'ma change the game. Just how I do it when I do it. I got that magic touch, it's a rush, pulsing through my veins. When I show up, everybody knows that I'ma change the game.
You sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I should be fine. And don't worry.
What is your emergency?
There's been a car crash. We need help, like right now. We need help.
Okay, calm down. Tell me where you are.
We're in front of Coleville High School.
In front of the high school? Can you see how many vehicles?
It looks like 2 vehicles. I think they hit head on.
Okay. Can you see what kind of vehicles they are?
I see a gray van. It looks like a gray van, and I can't tell what the other one is, but they're hurt. We need help, like right now.
Can you see how many people are inside the vehicles?
There's a bunch of them. I think it's a bunch of high school students, and there's a bunch of people bleeding. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. And is anybody else on scene with you?
Nobody else is here. We just need you guys to get here really quickly.
Okay, I understand. Were you involved in the crash?
I wasn't, but it looks like somebody got thrown out of the vehicle, and they're not moving right now.
Someone is thrown out of the vehicle?
It looks like it. He's hanging outside the vehicle.
Hanging outside. Okay, I understand. We'll get help right away, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Antelope Valley Fire, MWTC Fire, Medic 1, SAM 1, SAM 4, and any available SO units. Respond to the area of the Coleville High School for a 2-vehicle head-on traffic collision with injuries, 1 possible ejection. CHP does have units en route, and Care Flight has been contacted.
GHB, you got him?
Okay? Hello? You hear me? Yeah? Okay. Hang in there, all right? Stay right there. How many's in this car? We got 1, 2, nobody in the back. You got a pulse? No pulse. Okay. Fire's on the way. Are you here? Hello? Hello? You got a pulse? Yeah, I got a pulse on her. Okay. Anybody else? No? Just one up there. Okay. You guys showing up? Fire's on the way. Where's he? Steve, keep an eye on him. Are you good in here? Can you tell me what happened?
Well, I gotta ask you some questions. Have you do some field sobriety tests. Just make sure you're okay to be driving, all right?
Yes, sir.
You're not injured? Anybody in the car with you?
Yeah, just one person.
Moderate injury in the silver vehicle and one
Good. I'm gonna ask you to do some field sobriety tests for me. If at any point you don't understand what I'm asking you to do, just please ask questions. I'm not trying to trick you or anything. I want you to be comfortable with what I'm asking you to do before I have you do it. Do you understand? Yes, sir.
Jason, go in through the back window, get a C-collar on the patient.
The Topaz?
Yes, sir. Lake Topaz.
And where were you going to?
I think we're going back home. Yeah, going back home.
Back home.
You know where you're at right now? Not exactly. No. Maybe. I have no idea actually.
So I can smell alcohol coming from you. What have you been drinking today?
I had a few drinks. Nothing much though.
What do you mean by a few? How many?
2 or 3 beers maybe.
Like in a can, bottle?
Yeah, tall boy. Twisted tea, I think that's what they call them.
Twisted tea. And you say you had 2 of those?
Yeah.
What time did you start drinking?
I don't know. I'd say 3 hours ago maybe.
What time did you finish your last drink?
Maybe an hour ago, 30 minutes ago.
Do you feel the effects of the drinks that you had?
I think I'm fine, honestly. Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me ask you then, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being completely sober, 10 being the most intoxicated you've ever been, where would you put yourself on that scale?
I'd say like a 3.
And I just want you to follow with your eyes only. Don't move your head. Oh, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Keep your head focused on me. Don't move your head with the pen, okay? Keep follow the pen.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the next test I'm going to have you do is you're going to walk on a straight line. Go ahead and relax for just a second, okay? This last test that I'm going to ask, that I'm going to have you do is called a preliminary alcohol screening device. Because you're under the age of 21 and you're not permitted to have any kind of alcohol in your system at all when you're driving, you cannot refuse this test. You are required to submit to it. You understand? So the way this test works is really easy. I'm going to administer it by placing it up to your mouth. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. You're going to place your lips around the straw, and you're going to exhale nice, long, and steady through the straw, kind of like you're blowing up a balloon. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tight seal and blow. Blow harder, 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 harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
The other side, okay? We're gonna help you get out of here, all right? You're doing great. Just relax.
Is she okay?
All right, Aiden. Based on everything that I've seen, I believe you're driving under the influence of alcohol, so place you under arrest. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol.
Lauren Ryerson for the People.
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh Hillmeyer, court appointed for Mr. Barajas, was present in court.
Good morning, everyone. This is the time and place for sentencing following a conviction for violation of Penal Code Section 191.5, vehicular manslaughter. Are the parties ready to proceed with the sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And does either party wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. If the people could speak.
Yes, go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a tragic case where Aiden Barajas made the decision to drink and then drive and cause an accident that not only caused the loss of life for Josu Gutierrez, but also caused injury to 2 other passengers. One had to be care flight taken away to Reno, and another had to ride in the ambulance and go directly to the hospital. We're here because of the decisions of Mr. Barajas to drink, which is illegal for someone at his age. We're here because of Mr. Barajas' decision to then drive impaired with a blood alcohol concentration that is also illegal for anyone, not just a 17-year-old. And then we're here because of those decisions caused the death and loss of life for Josu. Because of that decision, Josu Gutierrez's parents are not going to be able to attend his graduation. They're not going to be able to watch him go off into the world, either college or work life. They're not going to watch him start a family if he so chose. He doesn't get to make those decisions. Mr. Gutierrez is going to be lost to his siblings, to his grandparents, to his family, and to his friends, all because of Mr. Barajas' decisions. There's nothing more tragic than a young life cut short, and because of that, the people are asking that the court sentence Mr. Barajas to 13 years and 8 months in state prison.
Morning, Your Honor. Officer Nyland with the California Highway Patrol. On the day of the collision, I was contacted by my dispatch to go to respond to a head-on collision that occurred out in front of Coleville High School. When I arrived on scene, there were 2 vehicles that had been involved in a head-on collision. I noted that there were 2 drivers there and multiple passengers. One of the passengers was obviously deceased when I arrived on scene. There were several others that were injured. I contacted both the drivers, and when I contacted Mr. Barajas, I detected the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his person. I detected some objective signs and symptoms of alcohol impairment, and when I began questioning him and going through my pre-field sobriety test questions, he admitted to having consumed alcoholic beverages prior to driving. After conducting a DUI investigation, I determined that he was under the influence of alcohol at the time that he was driving, and he was subsequently arrested for violation of 23153, felony DUI, and he was subsequently arrested and taken to the hospital for clearance, medical clearance. A sample of his blood was taken for evidentiary purposes, and then he was cleared and booked into the Mona County Jail.
First, Your Honor, I would offer my condolences to the victims, Mr. Gutierrez and his family, on behalf of my client and the 2 injured victims. There's no question, this is a terrible tragedy, but the fact remains my client is 17 years old. He has no criminal history. This was a terrible accident. The Air Force was on the horizon very soon, but for this accident. Prison would only act to punish my client, Your Honor. He's a young man with a bright future. The appropriate step here would be to take the rehabilitative step of probation with an appropriate sanction of in-custody time. He has the support of his family. His mother is here in the audience. They will be there to support him and help rehabilitate him. I'm not asking the court to simply slap him on the wrist or impose no punishment. We are asking for 1 year in custody with formal probation for 5 years, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Ross, you come up to the podium.
Good morning, Your Honor. I know what Aiden did is awful and unimaginable, and our condolences go out to the family. He is going to regret this for the rest of his life, and he is so sorry for what he's done, but this was a tragic mistake. There was many children drinking that night, and Aiden took the ultimate responsibility. I know he needs to be in trouble. I know he needs to serve for his actions, but he's never been in trouble. He's only 17 years old. He's always been such a good kid. This is just one tragic mistake in his life, and I'm asking for leniency. Again, we apologize for everything, but he's been such a good kid. He was supposed to go into the Air Force. He plays sports with his school. Again, please, we just ask that you be lenient with him and not take the rest of his life away. Thank you.
Mr. Barajas, please stand. Mr. Barajas, as everyone has said, this is a tragedy, but it was not a mistake. You consciously, you deliberately chose to drink alcohol, knowing that doing so would impair you. Despite that knowledge, you got behind the wheel of a car and drove while under the influence of alcohol. And it is a tragedy, and it's going to have impacts on everyone's lives. But this is also the time for sentencing. And sentencing is for punishment and for deterrence, to provide others an example of what will happen to them if they choose to drive under the influence of alcohol and cause someone's death or someone's injury. Court is going to impose a sentence of 13 years based on the aggravating circumstances that there was more than one victim in this case. Not only is one child lost to their parents, as the prosecutor said, there are 2 others that are seriously injured, and it's going to impact them for the rest of their lives. It's also going to impact you for the rest of your life. But you made the decision to drink alcohol and drive and put others at risk, and not just at risk, but to cause their death and their injuries. So the court is going to sentence you to 13 years in the state prison. You will be remanded to the custody of the Mono County Jail for transportation to the Department of Corrections, where you will serve your sentence in the state prison.
Hey Andrew, can I have a word with you? Sure. Hey Andrew. Hey sir. My name is Deputy Flores. I'm at the Mono County Sheriff's Department. Yes sir. The reason why I'm here is L'Oreal Balcones?
Lorelei?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Your daughter?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry to have to inform you this, sir, but she was involved in a traffic collision involving alcohol, and she is dead.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Today, Diego was killed in a car accident. The accident was caused by a drunk driver. Diego was born on October 18, 2006. He is survived by his parents, Luis Murguia, and his siblings, Jorge.